Yo, what's up? Let's see. It's mic check. What's up? Let's see, mic check. Y'all can hear me? You know y'all can hear me. Just have my computer fixed. So, what's up, Jane Christ? What's up, man? How you doing? What's up? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Let's check my phone and make sure we have the audio good. We should be able to get this bitch real quick. Hmm. Let's see. Just make sure the audio is good. Let's see. Yeah, we good. All right. Yeah, what's up, everybody? How y'all doing? It's been a while, man. I had personal shit going on with the family situation, so I'm back. I'm back like I never left. And yeah, man, we're gonna talk some Eagles draft. Rumors are the Eagles are, right now there's a lot of talk about Jalen Carter. And listen, if you get Jalen Carter, I'm not gonna complain one bit. You get a guy that come in right away and be a dominant football player and he can add leadership to this defense. I know a lot of people talk about his baggage, um, but I think there's time to grow. I think there's room to grow. I think this kid can come in right away and be an impact starter. And we talk about guys who can be impact starters. You know what I'm saying? A guy that is familiar with players who are here, like Jordan Davis, Nakobe Dean. You know what I'm saying? Now, everybody talk about the Lions getting Jalen Carter. And right now, rumors around that the Lions took him off his draft board. So, if we don't get Jalen Carter, I'm not going to go play one bit. But if you can get Jalen Carter in this draft, the guys that you lost in free agency, you lose Javon Hargrave. Now, he's not a starter, in my opinion. He's a rotational player, but he still impacts his defense. This defense, to me, needs an impact starter on defense. And if you go defense in the first round, the guy that I'd be looking to draft would be either Jalen Carter or Will Anderson. Any other ones to me is they're to reach to me. You know what I'm saying? Get the best player available. You know what I'm saying? If he's not there, then listen, there's other options on offense, whether it's offensive tackle, running back. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, there's a lot of rumors that the Eagles said to Jalen Carter, listen, you at 10, you're a Philadelphia Eagle. But here's my thing, right? The Philadelphia Eagles, why would they tell people, especially the scouts on the other teams, the GMs, owners, when you know how Roseman is a guy that loves to manipulate everyone to think that he would do something and say, yeah, I'm going to draft this guy and do the opposite. Could it just be smoke rumors? Could it just be rumors that the Eagles want to put Jalen Carter out there so they can really get the guy they really want? You know what I'm saying? Just throwing that out there. There's a lot of options in this team when it comes to what we need. We need pass rush. Not team. A lot of options in this draft. You got 2 first rounders. Do not be surprised how Rose moves up. If he really wants Jalen Carter, and why wouldn't you? The guy's freak. The guy can do everything you want as a pass rusher, and he's what Howard Roseman's been looking for. He's a young kid, still a lot to grow, and I think with him coming to Philadelphia, I think it'll be a hell of a move. Now, I know a lot of people talk about, well, he has baggage at GC1. He's reckless with his off the field issues. True. But like I said in my video, there's a reward and then there's a risk. Every year you're going to see players have risk and rewards. But when I look at a player like Jalen Carter, if he's there at 10, I'm taking him. Hell, I might move up to take him. You got 2 first round picks. You're probably not using 2. Right? So let's stop sitting there acting like we got 2 first rounds. No, we only got 1. Because if the Eagles really want Jalen Carter and they said, hey, Jalen Carter, you will be a Philadelphia Eagle if you make it to past 10. Then I'd see the Eagles maybe moving up to take Jalen Carter. If that is their guy, and that is their bread and butter guy that they're going to build around for years to come, when it comes to defense, when you talk about winners, Jalen Carter's a winner. Again, I understand his off the field issues, but at the end of the day, if you allow this guy to slip, you might not have a chance to get one of the best pass rushers in this draft ever again. You got one opportunity to get a top 10, top talent in this draft. Take advantage of it. Take advantage of the opportunity to get a star transitional type player. I know we love to throw transitional type player out there every year, but this guy's a star. This guy's a star. And let's say he does make it to 10. I don't see Eagles passing up on him. Now, could they? Absolutely, they could. But if they told Jalen Carter, and to me, this is what it makes more sense when people were saying Rosenau was an idiot for saying any other team out of the top 10 are not going to have a chance to get him. We're not going to meet with other teams. He's saying that because he already knows exactly where Jalen Carter might be going. Teams like the Bears, the Eagles, Detroit Lions, Cardinals. You know what I'm saying? These teams, they need pass rush. And Will Anderson is gone, which I have a feeling that Will Anderson doesn't get by the Arizona Cardinals. I think he's off the board immediately. There's no way in hell Will Anderson falls to 8. If he does, Eagles better go up and make a move to get it. But the next best thing out of Will Anderson is Jalen Carter. Jalen Carter's projected to go number 2 overall, and he fell. And if he falls to the Eagles at 10, I'm not making no speculation. I'm not going to sit there and think about it. I'm putting in the slip to the commissioner and say, here you go, sign in the card, turn in right away. I'm turning in the card right away. The guy's a star in this league. And when we talk about championship pieces, those are the guys that win. So I really don't care about his off the field issues because we're taking chances with guys off the field. We took in guys like Michael Vick who did 10 times worse than what Jalen Carter did. 10 times worse. We gave him another chance. We give him guys who had off the field issues all the time. Is it something that we want in Philadelphia? No. But listen, he's a young kid. Kids are going to do dumb shit. It's how the way it works. You're not going to get a perfect angel all the time. But you can manage the guy into being an off-the-field leader by drafting this kid, giving this kid veteran role models like Brandon Graham, Fletcher Cox, who you brought back for guys to learn like off those type of leaders. And you better hope, you're hopeful that this guy can turn into be one of your leaders down the road. So to me, that's how I look at it. That's how I look at it. I think it'd be absolutely foolish for you not to take Jalen Carter at 10. The Philadelphia Eagles got a chance to get one of the best pass rushers. My God, you pulling that card so fast. You turn that in right away. If Jalen Carter's at 10, I'm taking it. I don't care what nobody thinks. You don't let that talent pass away. I mean, not pass away. Pass over. You don't let it slip out of your hands. I get he has off the field issues, but again, you're not going to find a perfect player. There's always going to be a player that's going to have off the field issues. Knuckleheads are everywhere. Warren Sapp was a knucklehead in college. Pretty good in the NFL, right? The Jets made the dumbest mistake by not drafting him. Please don't be the damn Jets. Please don't be that type of team. If he's there at 10, I'm taking him. So that is just my thoughts and how I feel. Jalen Carter is the best player in the league. when it comes to this year's draft. Okay, he knows what it's like to win. I get it, he's young. Young kid. But we taking guys who are young kids all the time that had off the field issues, man. So that is just how I look at it. And we're gonna see what happens. So you know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. If Jalen Carter's at 10, I'm taking him. Everybody's off the field issues. What is the reward? You get a damn good player. The risk is he might be a knucklehead. The risk is he might not live up to his what he's supposed to be. But the reward is much bigger. Guys like Warren Sapp don't come along often in the NFL. Guys like Jalen Carter don't come often in the NFL. Guys like Jordan Davis don't come that often. You take advantage of the opportunity. When you talk about championship, still, and to this day, and I don't care what nobody thinks, defense wins you championships. We lost mostly because of the coordinator, and part of it because we didn't have the right pass rush to stop the offense. You still can have one of the best defense in the league. So, excuse me, if Jalen Carter's at 10, I'm taking him. Okay? It's just that simple. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. You don't pass up on that type of talent because of his off the issues, man. I'm sorry, you just don't. Sometimes you take a risk. That's the beauty of the draft. That is the beauty of the NFL draft. Okay? So, when you talk about winners, and you talk about leaders, man, on the field, that's Jalen Carter. That is Jalen Carter. I'm trying to pull this up. You know what I'm saying? You don't find that talent often in this draft, man. You know the Jalen Carter in this draft for a long, long ass time. Not going to be a perfect player. Take the best player available. Don't try to be cute with it. Now the Heisman knows this. I trust Heisman to get it done. And listen, we're not even talking about, but if Jalen Carter is there at 8, I can see the Eagles moving up and taking him because I don't see how he falls to number 10. I just don't. But we've seen crazy things happen. We've seen crazy things happen. So again, if you have a chance to get it, you do it. I'm sorry, you do it. Like Nolan Smith, he's a very good outside linebacker / pass rusher. If you add him with Hassan Reddick, man, that's another option, right? Say Jalen Carter's not there. Let's say he's not there at 10. Then I'm all for taking a guy like Nolan Smith. Now he's a little more of a project because Jalen Carter's a day one starter. Okay, when you draft Jalen Carter, he's a starter automatically. You're not sitting him on the bench. You're not just going to sit him on the bench and rotate him. No, he's a starter. He's not a Milton Williams. He's a first round talent. But you know what? I'm confident that the Eagles do draft Jalen Carter. They have veteran leaders who can bring this guy back into being the guy that we all want him to be. I'm confident that we have the right resources, the right leaders to help this young kid out. That we have a chance to get one of those top tier. Even if you don't get Jalen Carter, you still got a top type player that you can draft at 10. And that's the beauty of it, man. Because if the Philadelphia Eagles say, listen, Jalen Carter, his baggage, it's too much. You got a lot of good players in this draft. But don't reach worth it. If you have a chance to get a top tier player, you do it. My God. No excuses. So a lot of people want to tell me that Jalen Carter has off the field issues. But to me, I don't care about the off the field issues. Give me the star player that's going to be ready to go. That's going to be here for a long time. That has so much potential to be a stud in the NFL. I don't care. We'll worry about the off the field issues when he gets there. You can work those things out. Yes, his driving, his recklessness is a problem. I get that. But the reward is you get a star type player, man. So it says the Eagles continue to do the homework on the top offensive lineman. That's another thing. The Eagles could draft an offensive lineman. What are you talking about, right? Lane Johnson is 32 years old. And how many more years are you going to have on Lane Johnson? If you could get a Paris Johnson, or you can get a guy like Peter Skorzonski, a lot of people have an issue with him, but I don't have an issue with him because Jeff Stoutland is one of the best offensive linemen coaches in football. And he can develop these young guys into being stars in the NFL. Besides Andre Dillon, which I never wanted him. Never wanted him. The Philadelphia Eagles got one of the GMs in football. And I trust Howie Roseman 100% to make something happen. When it comes to talent, this guy, you just don't pass up on. I'm sorry, Jalen Carter, to me, if he's there at 9, man, I'm taking him. I'm moving up with one of my first round picks and drafting him. There's no reason why you don't take Jalen Carter. Listen, don't be surprised the Eagles use one of those picks. So let's be real. Let's be real. Who says we're going to have those two? Howie Roseman loves to deal. Loves to trade a first rounder. And how do you move up? You got to give up something. I'm all for trading that 30th pick to move up and get a guy like Jalen Carter. And get a couple second rounders. And or like, say, for example, Jalen Carter's not there, I move back and get a couple second rounders. And a late first rounder. Maybe one for next year. You still got options, right? Jeffrey Simmons could be a trade option. We traded with Tennessee. Why not do it again? Now, I don't think you will fleece Tennessee like you did last year, because I think the GM was a moron for doing what he did, was trade A.J. Brown to the Eagles, which I appreciated. But if Jeffrey Simmons is there, and let's say Jalen Carter's not there, that's an option. Do the Philadelphia Eagles go offensive line? Do they go defense? That's my question to y'all. Right? You know, we heard the Bijan Robinson talk. Bijan Robinson is one of the best running backs that has ever came out in a long, long time. When you watch this film, this kid has everything you want. But here's the question, right? When you look at running backs in the league, what did Saquon? Yeah, he made the playoffs. To go where? Not saying you don't draft Bijan Robinson. But when people tell me that we need to draft a running back with 10th pick, I say, what are these running backs doing right now? Are they winning Super Bowls? Because if I get a guy who's a top 10 pick, he better be Barry Sanders. He better be Emmitt Smith. If you draft Bijan Robinson, he better be freaking Emmitt Smith. He better be Bijan. He better be the next Barry Sanders. He better be the reason why we're in the goddamn Super Bowl in the first place. Because if he's not, there's no need to take him with the 10th pick. We also got to look at this, right? How many times have we seen Texas Longhorn running backs come out the draft and be trash? Ricky Williams. Perfect example. Not saying Bijan Robinson will be those guys. But I'm just looking at what we really need. Yes, a Bijan Robinson would help this offense tremendously. But give me an offensive tackle. Not the 60s pick, but that's going to help my quarterback grow for a long time. That's going to be here to help him be stable. The Eagles could definitely look at trenches, right? We talk about the bread and butter of Howard Roseman, the offensive line, the defensive ends, the pass rush. Running backs usually are not the Howard Roseman thing. Not saying they wouldn't do it. But when you look at running backs, do they win you championships? Derrick Henry's never won shit in Tennessee. Let's be real. He's a great running back. He makes his offensive line better. I mean, but what did he win in the Super Bowl? What about changes? Does he have rings to show that? No. What about Najee Harris? He was a top 10 pick. Is he winning championships over there in Pittsburgh? No. Saquon Barkley is getting ran in the ground by the Giants organization. Everybody told me this guy was going to be the next Barry Sanders. What does he want in the Giants? Not Super Bowls. And I'm not saying that you don't draft Bijan Robinson. Listen, Bijan Robinson's a helpful running back. But give me an offensive tackle that's going to help any running back that come through the Philadelphia and be there good for a long time and help my young quarterback grow. I'll take an offensive tackle over a Bijan Robinson. Why? Because it's important to have an offensive line. Look at Joe Burrow. Don't you think he would love to have an offensive lineman? We're blessed to have an offensive lineman that can help a young quarterback grow. Why are we in the Super Bowl in the first one? Yes, it's not a sexy pick. And I won't be mad if we draft one with the 10th overall. Listen, a Paris Johnson don't come along that often. Those are premier future Hall of Fame type talent that you just don't pass up on. Right? Let's say Jalen Carter goes. A guy like a Nolan Smith goes. Right? Let's say Jalen Carter's your guy. You got guys like Nolan Smith or Paris Johnson. I think it's Paris Johnson. Let me double check. Let me make sure I'm saying the name right. You know, all the people in the comments go, "Oh, you're not even saying the name wrong. You don't even know what you're talking about." Calm down over there. All right. I do my research. All right. Johnson, let me know from Ohio State. It's Paris Johnson. Yeah, so I was right. But when you look at this kid's film, it's a franchise left. He's a franchise tackle. You can cross train him to be a right tackle when Lane Johnson goes down, or he retires eventually. Lane Johnson's not going to play forever. The man is 32 years old. He came back to retire in Philadelphia. It's the only reason why he extended his contract. So I'm just saying, man. The Philadelphia Eagles got a lot of options at 10. You're probably not keeping those 2 first rounders, right? More likely, you're probably trading one up and getting a guy like a Jalen Carter if he falls. Or you get a guy like a Jeffrey Simmons if is available to be traded. I don't see the Eagles drafting 2 first rounders in the top 10. Number one, because you got to pay them. They still need a contract, right? We don't have the money to do that. So you're probably not drafting back-to-back in the first round. I need people to understand that. It's a great dream to have, but I think it's more likely that we trade that 30th pick to a card if he falls, and get a couple second rounders, maybe a third rounders, a fourth rounders. You know how Roseman loves wheeling and dealing. Just being real with you. You got a future offensive tackles in this draft that could be day one starters. Pass rushers that don't come along that often. And if Jalen Carter slips to 8, I'm moving up with one of my first round picks and I'm taking him. This is how I feel. And if anybody feels differently, they can come in the comment section. And I'll be glad to answer their question and their concerns. So yeah, man. I'm excited for this draft. And I'm pumped, man. Let's talk about some free agent moves that we made. And I didn't get to talk about it. What's up, D Biggie? Sorry I couldn't read your comment earlier. What's up, man? How you doing? So the Philadelphia Eagles brand Terrell Edmunds. I love this move. Terrell Edmunds has been one of my favorite players in the NFL for a while, man. I wanted this guy in the draft. And if Mike Tomlin makes him a starter, who's a tough head coach who puts up with, then I'm not going to be shocked that this guy goes out and balls. He signs a 1-year deal. And listen, he had a huge contract with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Terrell Edmunds turned it down to come back because he wanted to win a championship, man. This is why players want to come here. Simple, because they got number one, Jalen Hurts. He's bringing guys who want to play, who want to win, who want to be successful in the league, who want to win championship. Guys like Greedy Williams, who takes a 1-year deal to prove himself. Guys like Rashard Penny, a guy that can't stay healthy, but when he's healthy, he's one of the best running backs. Now has a chance to play with the offensive line. These guys are coming in there because they want to play with the young quarterback that's so much mature than a lot of elite quarterbacks in this league. Jalen Hurts is bringing guys from defense and offense because they see what he's done in the league and they say, I want to be part of that. Bringing winning culture to Philadelphia. That's what's the beauty of this league, man. When you got a star-stud quarterback at 24 years old, hasn't even hit his prime yet, and it's already looking like a veteran leader that's been in the league for how many years? Has only been in the league for what? 3 years at the most? That's why guys like Terrell Edmunds, who I'm really high on. I'm telling you right now, Edmunds might not be C.J. Gardner-Johnson. But he can do a lot of things that CJ couldn't do. Let's be real. I like CJ Gardner-Johnson. I wish him nothing but the best. But Howard Rosen got the last laugh. Because CJ thought we were going to be with no safety. Wrong. Terrell Edmunds, welcome to Philadelphia, buddy. Go out and get that paycheck. You know what I'm saying? If he has a great year, the Eagles might look to extend him. You know what's interesting is how Roseman said it in his press conference when they asked him about C.J. Gardner-Johnson. CJ never asked the Eagles to match his contract of the one-year deal. And the Eagles looked like they were done with his nonsense. When he was posting on Twitter, Howard Roseman has no time for that. We check, man. If you don't want to be part of another championship appearance, when you beg the Eagles to bring you back, people talk about his contracts. But I'm sure if he sat down with Howard Roseman, they would have worked something out. Howard Roseman finds ways to get players in here. One-year deals, yeah, they might not be sexy, but they bring a lot of value to guys like Terrell Owens who want to prove himself, that wants a bigger contract. He took less money to come to Philadelphia. He could have had a huge contract with the Steelers. But he saw what the Eagles were. He said, I want to be part of a championship. He wants to go chase a ring. So, yeah. So, yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. Let me get my drink real quick. I'll be back. There we go. Oh, by the way, this stream is brought to you by Peach Drink. I don't know. Ultra Spray, digestive support, feeling peachy. I don't know. Whatever it says, it's great. I love it. But so the Philadelphia Eagles, man. You know, the needs and the wants. We want a Bijan Robinson. But do the Eagles go for needs? Do they go for what they need? Howard Roseman always talk about the best player. And it's interesting to hear Jeffrey Lurie, right, on his press conference, praising a guy like Jalen Hurts, saying he's the most mature quarterback in the league. He's saying he's the most mature quarterback he's ever seen at 24 years old. That speaks volumes. That was a shot at Carson Wentz. The Eagles found a franchise quarterback, ladies and gentlemen. And he's going to be here for a long, long ass time. The Philadelphia Eagles got a guy that is a leader on and off the field. And that's why I'm so excited to bring a guy like Jalen Carter into Philadelphia. Why I mention that, because you got guys who can help this young kid out. Jalen Carter is best place to be successful is, to me, Philadelphia. So I'm excited. I'm excited for what this team can be. And I'm excited for what this Eagles team can be down the road. The Eagles got a lot of ammo in this draft. And I think the Eagles are going to make some moves down because I don't think they got a seventh rounder. You know the Eagles value a lot of draft picks. You know what I'm saying? And I can see Eagles, you know what I'm saying? Listen. Paris Johnson, measurable. He's 6'6", 56%, weighs 313, 43%, hands 91/2, 24%. Arm 361/8, 92%. His span is 8'5", 1 in the 8, 1 in the 8. 100%. I mean, this guy's a beast. Paris Johnson is, to me, the best offensive lineman in this draft. Here's the thing, right? I think he goes early. I think Paris Johnson gets picked in early first. Keep your eye on a team like Carolina. Yeah, everybody talk about they need quarterback. But why would these quarterbacks not succeed? Because of the offensive linemen. That offensive line, dude, they're horrible. But I think they're going to draft the quarterback more likely. I think they go quarterback, man. I don't see why wouldn't they. They need quarterback. They traded up to number one. It got to be a quarterback, right? Maybe. I think it's more like it's probably quarterback. But I'm just saying. You don't take an offensive lineman unless you're. So yeah, man. It is what it is, man. But been a great stream. Talk to y'all later. Go Birds.